Welcome to another video from FatherHurley.com. My message today is short and simple. Stop cursing. Now I'm being a hypocrite because I've cursed for a long time and do it more than I should. But I've always been able to control it. I never curse in the pulpit or around children, what have you. Never curse around my parents. As I was looking at Meet the Press on Sunday, after I got home from church, and listened to Bill Cosby speaking, something happened that had not happened before. I don't want to sound like some weird religious person, but I literally felt my lips twinging as he spoke, and I knew right then and there that cursing had to go into the past for me. And today I just got home from work, and a girl at work said that she took her daughter to the doctor on yesterday, and there were two young ladies in there. They looked like they were probably 16, 17 years old, and they were having a raunchy conversation, cursing, and even an older lady in her 40s was doing the same thing and joining in the conversation. And they seemed to have no regard for the fact that they had young children in their midst. There's something wrong when we cannot control what we say, what comes out of our mouth, what comes into our minds. Even on some of the videos I watch here on YouTube, people curse all the time. And I know a lot of people use it for shock value or for entertainment purposes only, and they probably don't use it all the time. But how many of you, or how many of us just can't control our cursing? We can't control what we say. Have no regard for who's around. Have you been anywhere and heard people cursing and using foul language and having foul conversations out in the grocery store, on the bus, on the subway, what have you, and the elderly people, their children around? People, we have to start thinking. We have to use our minds. We have to lift ourselves up. And I think the reason people curse so much is because so many people cursing becomes a natural habit. We pick it up. Also in the music, there's more cursing, there's more raunchy material, so it comes into our vocabulary, and it's more acceptable now. You hear it more on television. More and more profane words are not censored anymore, so it's heard more. It's coming into the mainstream. But we have to lift ourselves above that. What is considered normal is not necessarily normal for us. Right is right and wrong is wrong, regardless of what society says. 1 + 1 = 2, no matter if everyone believes it or not. We have to bring ourselves to a higher standard. We have to change our ways. And one way we can change that is to first start with ourselves. Like I said, as I looked at myself, and when I do, most of the time I curse at work, more so than anywhere else. And as I started to look at that and think about it, the main reason I do this is because other people, so many other ones work their curse too. It just seemed natural. But I thought back to when I was in grad school at Wayne State, and I had a fellow classmate who was an atheist, which means one who does not believe in God. And whenever we were having would have a conversation, he would never curse in front of me. And a few times he slipped and said a word. He would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, I apologize." He knew I was a minister, and we would often debate about that because we were in the philosophy department. But I thought about that and I said, my God, this man doesn't even believe in God. He thinks I'm foolish for being in the ministry. Yet he has so much respect that he would not use profanity in front of me except a few times it slipped out. And when I thought about my response, I never cursed in front of him. I never one time cursed in front of him. Because why? He had that respect for me, and that respect for me came in me and came back to him. We have to start respecting each other. So I want you to challenge yourself. Some of you can't even have a regular conversation without using profanity. If you're in that situation, it's gone too far. Look at what you're seeing on television. Listen to the words and the music you're listening to. I'm not trying to get down on hip-hop or rap music, but listen to the words that you are hearing. It is some of that stuff is degrading you and tearing you down. We have to come up to a higher level and to a higher standard. We have to do it for ourselves. No one else is going to do it for us. When you hear people, your friends cursing all the time, stop them. Tell them, don't use that language in front of me. They ask why, tell them I'm trying to make myself better. I'm trying to lift myself to a higher level, and I don't want you speaking that way in front of me. And if they have any kind of respect for you, they will respect your wishes, and they will hopefully change, and they will see a change coming. You want a job, we want to be professionals, we want to be in the higher echelon of society, we want to be in government, all these different things we want to do as black people, as people, period. We can't use that kind of language and do those things. I hope you all understand what I'm trying to say, and I hope I don't get a lot of hate messages or negative comments. If I do, that's all right. May God bless you.